What is going on YouTube? Hey, I'm back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video specifically, we're going to be looking at obviously XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, if we have time, the S&P 500. Specifically in today's episode, I do want to talk about a few very important things relevant to the market. As you guys know, Bitcoin has actually just broken above $14,000 not too long ago, probably just a few minutes, if not an hour ago. And I want to talk about how this could have an effect on the other altcoins as we know it. So as you guys saw in the title and some of the other key topics, we do have an article by Cointelegraph that I do want to discuss in regards to the fact that the markets are starting to see a dip or a decline in the altcoins as Bitcoin is basically sucking the volume out of them and spiking up even higher. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoVOfficial, and let's jump right into today's video. Alright guys, so I'm on my current channel right now. You guys are absolutely killing the game. Huge shout out to everyone that's supporting the channel right now. We're doing a great job on our way to 20,000 subscribers. Now to jump right into today's episode, I do have an article pulled up by Cointelegraph, which talks about why Bitcoin price and volume rising together is pretty much bad news for Ethereum and the other altcoins. Just to scroll down, it shows that the dominance involving Bitcoin is continuing to display itself, particularly in the trading volume. When comparing the top blockchains in the past day, there's been a huge decline in Ethereum, XRP, Chainlink, and Binance coins trading volume, while Bitcoin seems to stay incredibly high. So basically, what does this mean, and when would altcoins recover? Historically, during bull markets, the cryptocurrency market saw Bitcoin experience a rapid uptrend first. Altcoins followed, and then altcoins followed after Bitcoin surged to a local peak or an all-time high. Traders foresee a similar pattern playing out in the current price cycle, generally expecting altcoins to recover in 2021, but until Bitcoin stabilizes and completes its rallies, traders do not see proper altcoin uptrend happening. So it's definitely some very interesting talk and some hype on the channel. If you guys have any particular comment to add on to this, definitely make sure to leave it in the description, or sorry, in the comments down below, because I do find this information very interesting and very useful for some. So definitely make sure to let me know in the comments down below. So basically what they're saying is the thing that we need most is for Bitcoin obviously to cool down, and we should see that volume trickle into other cryptocurrencies like XRP moving forward. Now, I do want to just pull up really quickly the BitYard chart that I do have here. And I've been analyzing this for quite some time now, trying to figure out what other people have commented, how they've presented their case in regards to where we could see the market potentially dipping to. And I've been just trying to figure out slowly over time exactly whether or not we've hit a bump, hit a support, hit a resistance, things of that nature. I mean, looking at the daily chart on BitYard, looking at the XRP to USDT chart specifically, it shows for the most part that XRP pretty much did break outside of its resistance. Now there is an obvious clear support that cuts right through pretty much the center of the symmetrical triangle that's forming on XRP. And as we know, there was a very, very, very significant correction that happened within the price. Hopefully you guys took advantage of that. The second we closed below the uptrend here, you could have easily shorted. Hopefully some took advantage all the way down to 22 cents, which was a quick way to make profit on a conservative level, because it is pretty obvious now that we do understand that when resistance is broken either above or below support or resistance, there is usually a big spike in volume that follows that, which is what happened within XRP right now. Now you do see that there is some sort of consolidation happening here. So obviously, if you guys are ready to take advantage of this or just interested in learning how to trade crypto, there is a demo account that is linked within the BitYard exchange. So definitely make sure to check out BitYard. I did link it in the description down below. So if you guys are interested in checking it out, signing up, or even claiming the free $50 sign up bonus, it is in the description down below. So definitely check that out. Now I've been using this to basically buy long and sell short. So in regards to the next time I plan on doing so, I do just want to swing over now to the XRP to US dollar chart. This is on Bitfinex on TradingView. And this one is definitely a little more interesting than the last. I've been really looking at this bottom support. A lot of you guys are saying, oh, this is more or less what that bottom support is. It's not this right here. it's slowly or just slightly farther down. So with this in consideration, let's continue the pattern here. So people are considering that this is the bottom support, that it wasn't where I had it, it was slightly lower, which is definitely a possibility. With that regards, we didn't yet break through resistance. We closed right below or right above it, which is incredible, but we did manage to break through just with wicking down. Now, there is also some support that is huge. That goes without saying, regardless of the direction of this bottom support here, this uptrend, we do have a clear as day bottom or symmetrical triangle, and we do have this clear as day support that cuts right through practically the center of XRP's chart. And you can see the clear support that's being withheld right here. So it's interesting to see this. I'm going to leave it like this, and we'll see how it plays out now that people are getting a generalization that this is an uptrend looking that just needed to be slightly corrected a little bit lower down. Now, what does this mean moving forward? Now, it clearly shows that we still have some wiggle room. We still do need to close the gap and to fill in the gap on this cryptocurrency within XRP. So I'm paying very close attention to see what exactly happens. It still does show a resistance. It still shows a decline as we did break through the moving averages here within XRP. And the fact that we are starting to consolidate lower does show us reason to believe we'll probably fill the gap and then see a projected break in XRP's price. But as we consider this, we do have to look at the other cryptocurrencies. Ethereum does show reason to believe that we are in what appears to be an ascending triangle, clear resistance that was broken and we pulled down. We do have this bottom uptrend here, and we'll just see how we slowly consolidate and fill the gap right here. I think long term, the next couple of days, maybe till mid to end of November, we should see Ethereum slowly rise up in price. Now, the one thing that most people obviously want to look at is Bitcoin, the coin that pretty much is almost at $14,000. We do know that at $14,000, that is a massive resistance within this cryptocurrency. We've also not retested $14,000 since literally June 24th of 2019. This was a very long time ago. You can see it right here. And then the last times we've pretty much reached that was back in 2017 during the hype and the bull run. So it's pretty incredible to see now that we've finally actually managed to get back to previous highs. I mean, it's really incredible if you just take note of this. Another thing to pay attention to is the fact that we are entering an overbought market, which is still okay within Bitcoin, but it's just incredible to see that after all these years, after a massive resistance, we've finally caught up to $14,000. I remember this, just like it was yesterday when people were buying in here thinking it was never going to reach that again. And then slowly we finally did. It's pretty incredible. Now, the interesting thing is there's really no pattern following this uptrend here. The reason this massive bull move is happening could maybe be related to PayPal or things of that nature, but we are still pumping higher. So I do believe that markets and manipulation and things like that are really starting to grab hold of Bitcoin right now. I do believe more news medias and people of higher influence are starting to re-talk about Bitcoin, and that's obviously having a good influence on the market as well. But reason being, with this, the only possible scenario I have towards seeing a pattern form on Bitcoin would be in the fact that we are now starting what appears to be another symmetrical triangle that forms. It seems like the past two times we've shot up with this bullish volume does start to slowly correct lower, and then as the correction retreats lower and lower, it forms some sort of symmetrical triangle that once again pumps up even higher. The reason for the correction slightly lower is basically to just lower ourselves on the moving averages and the RSIs, and then we'll pump once again. So you can see that's the movement that's happening now. Clearly we're overbought, so I'd be shocked if we continue to head up higher. 14,000 is a huge resistance at play, and I'd be, amazed if we actually manage to close today's candle above there. If it does, there's a very good chance that that could influence an even bigger break in price. So it is something we do have to pay very close attention to. Litecoin, once again, we're really not seeing the volume here. The volume in Litecoin is practically dead. Same thing with Ethereum and XRP. It's very little movement. Bitcoin's taking all the hype right now. But the second we see, and this reminds me back in 2017 when we really first started to talk about cryptocurrency, when volume left Bitcoin and Bitcoin stopped pumping, it was kind of like this inverse pattern. Notice that Bitcoin is the only coin that's up 7% in the past 7 days, all the other cryptos are down. So it's literally sucking the volume out of these altcoins and pumping it right into Bitcoin. And we noticed back just a couple of years ago in 2017, when Bitcoin started to reverse downwards, the market left, the volume left Bitcoin and fell into the altcoins below it and then pumped that higher. So if we start to reverse back to those patterns, it would be something to pay attention to. And we would know to invest in altcoins now. When the markets start to drop within Bitcoin, we put our money into altcoins, and vice versa. When altcoins are pumping, put it into Bitcoin to run off the capitalization of that movement. Lastly, my main look at is S&P 500, which is clearly correcting lower and lower and lower. We're literally now neck and neck at the neckline right here. I'd be shocked to see, if something happens right now, but the fact is we're literally bottomed out. This is basically the final moment for the S&P 500. If if this market and the price closes below the previous bottleneck or the previous neckline here, we are going to go way, way, way down. Unless, we can use this as a support and start to retreat back to the upside. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoVia Official, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.